Welcome to the top 10 fantasy games on the MetaQuest platforms. Links below in the description for any items you want to purchase. Strap on your headsets and let's dive in.
Number 10.
Attack on Titan VR Unbreakable delivers an exhilarating and faithful adaptation of the anime's high-stakes action. Using omnidirectional mobility, players soar through the skies and take on massive titans in fast-paced acrobatic combat that feels thrilling and immersive. The sensation of swinging through cityscapes and striking at weak points captures the intensity fans would expect, while the titans themselves are impressively modelled and genuinely intimidating. The game's cooperative multiplayer mode adds depth, letting players team up for missions that feel more dynamic and engaging. While the campaign could be longer and the mission structure more varied, the core gameplay is strong enough to keep players coming back. Visuals can occasionally lack polish, but overall, the style and scale of the world are compelling. For fans of the series or anyone looking for a unique VR action experience, Attack on Titan VR Unbreakable is a standout VR title.
Number 9.
War of Wizards is a PvP multiplayer VR combat game that puts players in the shoes of spell-slinging battle mages. With intuitive gesture-based controls, you can cast fireballs, lightning, shields, and other magical elements in fast-paced magical duels. The fluid, skill-driven spellcasting system rewards timing, strategy, and quick reflexes, while the fantasy arenas adds tactical variety to each battle. The visuals are sharp and well optimized for standalone VR, with vibrant spell effects and smooth performance. While some players have noted balancing issues and matchmaking problems, regular developer updates have addressed these concerns, improving the overall experience. In summary, War of Wizards delivers a fun and competitive magic-based combat experience. Its intuitive mechanics, solid performance, and immersive battles make it an excellent choice for VR players looking for a unique fantasy combat game.
Number 8.
Star Wars Tales from the Galaxy's Edge offers an immersive VR experience set on the planet Batuu, where you play as a droid repair technician. The game lets you interact with iconic characters like C-3PO, R2-D2, and Yoda, adding a layer of nostalgia for Star Wars fans. Visually, the game excels with detailed environments and dynamic lighting that capture the essence of Star Wars, while the sound design brings familiar sounds like blasters and lightsabers into play. The gameplay blends exploration, puzzle solving, and combat, with intuitive mechanics for blaster battles and lightsaber duels. While fun, the enemy AI can be predictable, reducing some of the challenge. The Last Call DLC expands the story, with new missions and characters, offering more content for fans. Though the pacing can sometimes feel uneven, the game's engaging combat and immersive world make it a solid choice for those looking to step into the Star Wars universe in VR.
Number 7.
Battle Talent is an immersive VR combat game that offers a dynamic experience with advanced physics, a wide range of weapons, and extensive modding options. Players can engage in roguelike sword fighting battles with a variety of fantasy enemies, using over 100 weapons and 60 plus perks to create personalized combat styles. The game also features magic, ranged weapons, and aerial combat, adding variety and depth to the gameplay. A standout feature is the robust modding community, with over 2,000 mods, ensuring the game stays fresh with new weapons, enemies, and maps. The mixed reality mode adds an extra layer of immersion by integrating your real-world environment into the game, whilst the cooperative gameplay allows players to experience the carnage with friends. The combination of realistic physics, customization, and modding makes Battle Talent a top-tier VR combat fantasy game.
Number 6.
Asgards Wrath 2 is an ambitious VR RPG that brings a vast and complex experience to standalone VR. Set within mythological Norse and Egyptian realms, the game spans multiple detailed environments, hones dynamic characters, and has an engaging storyline that adds up to over 60 hours of content. The narrative places you in dual roles as a mortal hero and a god, giving you two unique perspectives and skill sets for solving puzzles, exploring, and engaging in battle. Combat is where this game really comes into its own. Flowing yet frantic combat is well polished, with every blow of a sword or axe adding to the immersion of the game. Movement accompanies the frantic nature of combat well, with free-flowing dashing movements allowing the player to pinpoint and escape to each enemy's flurry of attacks. Visually, Asgards Wrath 2 pushes the quest's capabilities, delivering high-quality graphics for a standalone device, though there are some occasional frame rate drops or lag in areas with high action or density. All in all, this game is an immersive VR experience which merges story and combat expertly. Where flaws do exist in the game and some sections can drag, it doesn't take away from the sheer fact that this 90+ hour game can run on the Quest
systems.
Number 5.
Vader Immortal is a VR exclusive cinematic experience that fully immerses players in the Star Wars universe. Developed by ILMX Lab, this 3-part series for the MetaQuest seamlessly blends interactive storytelling, lightsaber combat, and force powers to create a thrilling adventure. Players take on the role of a smuggler with hidden force potential, pulled into Darth Vader's plans on the lava-filled planet of Mustafar. Across the trilogy, they uncover ancient secrets, hone their combat abilities, and come face to face with one of the most legendary villains in cinema history. Each episode, including the lightsaber dojo mode, extends the replayability beyond the main story. This arena-based training mode allows players to test their combat skills against increasingly difficult enemies, experiment with different fighting styles, and unlock various lightsaber designs. Visually, Vader Immortal is one of the most polished experiences on the MetaQuest, with detailed environments, lifelike character animations, and strong cinematic direction. Despite its brevity, Vader Immortal is a must-play for Star Wars fans and VR enthusiasts alike.
Number 4.
Deio is a captivating tabletop RPG adapted beautifully for virtual reality. Developed by Resolution Games, it combines the thrill of dungeon crawling with strategic gameplay, creating a modern homage to classic board games like Dungeons and Dragons. You and up to 3 other players assume the roles of unique adventurers, such as the stealthy assassin, magical sorcerer, and tank-like guardian, each with distinct abilities and playstyles. The gameplay takes place on a virtual game board, where players navigate intricate dungeons, battle enemies, and collect loot by rolling dice and playing strategically. One standout feature is the perspective control. You can shrink down for an up-close view of the action or zoom out to oversee the board like a game master. This ties seamlessly with its multiplayer co-op mode, allowing up to 4 players to strategize and conquer dungeons together. The game supports crossplay, meaning VR users can join forces with friends on non-VR platforms. Adding to the immersive experience is the Heroes Hangout, a vibrant social hub where players can gather before jumping into a campaign. Deio's dedication to innovation is further reflected in its mixed reality mode, which allows users with compatible devices to blend the virtual game board into their real-world environment, enhancing immersion, cementing its place as one of VR's most celebrated multiplayer experiences. Deio does have its challenges. Dungeon crawl is notoriously difficult when playing alone. Additionally, friendly fire is always on in multiplayer, forcing players to think carefully about every move and attack.
Number 3.
Walts of the Wizard offers a magical, immersive VR experience where players explore a wizard's tower and experiment with spells. The game focuses on creativity and discovery, letting players combine ingredients to unlock new spells like fireball and gravity manipulation. The intuitive controls and an interactive environment make the experience feel truly magical. The visuals are charming, with a stylized art style that enhances the fantasy setting, and the sound design adds to the immersive atmosphere. Scully, the quirky skeletal companion, adds personality and humor to the experience, guiding players through their magical journey. While the game is relatively short, the natural magic expansion introduces new spells, extending the fun. Overall, Walts of the Wizard is a relaxing, creative VR adventure, perfect for those seeking a break from action-heavy games.
Number 2.
Blade and Sorcery Nomad, originally released as an early access title, the game has constantly evolved, offering players an extensive range of melee, ranged, and magical combat options. Blade and Sorcery Nomad has always excelled at delivering realistic, interactive combat with an almost sandbox-like approach. The hallmark of the game is its physics-based engine, which allows for a truly visceral experience in weapon handling. Every weapon feels distinct, and the interaction with NPCs is impressively dynamic. Enemies react to each blow with a lifelike physics response, making the game feel gritty and satisfying. Now, with added voiceovers and interactions with characters, Blade and Sorcery Nomad excels in world building and immersion. The Crystal Hunt update introduces a fresh and exciting new mode that adds more purpose and structure to the game, offering more value and depth to a game that already set the standard for VR melee combat. Graphically, it's still a step down from its PC VR counterpart, and it can noticeably struggle to render some elements quickly. It's still an impressive feat managing to get a game with procedurally generated elements to still smoothly work on a standalone headset. Before we get to number 1, make sure to like, comment what your number 1 would be, and subscribe for more VR content. And here are some honourable mentions. Wands Alliances, A Township Tale, Medieval Dynasty, Deio Battles,
Number 1.
Dungeons of Eternity is a cooperative VR dungeon crawler blending action, strategy, and exploration. Players can team up or go solo through procedurally generated dungeons filled with enemies, traps, and loot. The game features 3 modes: Dungeon Raid, Crystal Hunt, which involves collecting crystals to power a pyramid, and Soul Harvest, a horde mode focused on gathering souls from defeated foes. Each mode offers distinct challenges, keeping gameplay fresh. Visually, the game impresses for a standalone VR title, with atmospheric environments, real-time lighting, and detailed textures. Combat is satisfying, with a variety of weapons and magic that provide rewarding feedback. The sound design further enhances immersion, with realistic effects and atmosphere building. While Dungeons of Eternity delivers a compelling experience, some players find the dungeon layouts and enemy variety repetitive over time. Overall, Dungeons of Eternity is an immersive and entertaining VR dungeon crawler, with impressive visuals, engaging combat, and varied modes. Though it could benefit from improved single-player balance, it remains a solid choice for fans of cooperative VR adventures.